The Johannesburg World Summit on Sustainable Development is the opportunity for the European Union to launch a cooperation initiative on clean drinking water and sanitation. In the course of the 20th century, the world's population tripled, whilst demand for fresh water multiplied by a factor of 6. There are more and more demands on water reserves for daily needs, agriculture, industry, and leisure pursuits. Today, the simple gesture of turning on a tap to obtain an unlimited supply of drinking water is only for the privileged. 1 person in 5 in the world does not have access to clean drinking water. 2 in 5 do not have access to proper sanitation. Every year, more than 2 million people, many of whom are children, are dying because of lack of clean drinking water. And the problem can only get worse. The world population is increasing, and pressure on fresh water reserves will follow suit. According to the United Nations, in 2025, 2/3 of the world's population will suffer to varying degrees from a lack of clean drinking water. The European Union has been aware of this problem for many years, because although there is no lack of water in Europe, until recently its supply was threatened, notably by pollution. The European Union therefore adopted a series of measures destined to protect water. They included reducing industrial pollution, treating wastewater before releasing it back into the environment, preventing the contamination of ground and surface water by bad agricultural practices, and monitoring the quality of water used for bathing and preserving the natural aquatic balance. In order to achieve these objectives, the European Union decided to manage water by river basin, that's to say by geographic zone drained by a particular river, including all its tributaries. In this framework, water must be managed from every aspect: exploitation of clean drinking water, the protection of groundwater, the protection of surface water, and the control of water quality. Moreover, this structure allows all players directly concerned to become involved, including local authorities, businesses, farmers, and consumers. Although in certain cases these basins are regional, they're sometimes international and do not take account of administrative frontiers. Take, for example, the Rhine Basin, which is spread across 5 countries. A cooperative agreement has been established between all the partners. This type of international cooperation is indispensable for other multinational rivers, such as the Meuse and the Danube. In this way, the downstream population no longer suffers from the errors committed upstream. Although access to clean drinking water in Europe is assured, this is far from the case in other regions of the world. The European initiative is therefore directed at the ex-Soviet Union, Central Europe and Africa. Water is already at the heart of European development cooperation policy. Every year, Europe invests almost €1.5 billion in projects designed to facilitate access to clean drinking water and improve sanitation in developing countries. Now, Europe would like to reinforce the political commitment to clean water and sanitation in these countries by encouraging them to take inspiration from the European model of water management by river basin. Take Africa, for example. Although some regions lack fresh water, others are not short of it, but they do have problems in its management. A more coherent and more participatory governance model could improve the situation. Such a project could, moreover, encourage dialogue between countries. 60 African watercourses actually form frontiers, and therefore demand international collaboration. This could help solve certain latent conflicts where water is at stake. The goal of the European Union is not to create a new development fund. It wants to create a water governance structure capable of using existing aid in a more efficient manner. involving local players who could themselves initiate projects according to their needs and attract the private sector. Europe wants to make water a world priority. It's the key to the eradication of poverty and the improvement of public health. And in this way, it's at the very source of sustainable development.